By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Tennessee Titans. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
That's good.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Let's see what you got. 55, mark, 55. Watch the play, field.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check 55, Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Mike 55, Mike 55.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott. This would complete to Mecole Hardman. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Brings up 3rd down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
29-yard line.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Titan. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Kamara, the ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Second and 5 now. Prescott got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Gerald Everett, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee.
The score, Titans 7, Bears nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bears in good field position to start out first and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Complete.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Gain of 13 yards.
Let's see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
At the Titans' 42-yard line.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Brought down.
18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
On the play.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too. That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 6 there on first.
Pickup of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. He may try, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's Mecole Hardman. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Prescott from the gun. Completes it to Hardman. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for them to start things out. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Last year's All-Pro punter Brett Kern comes on for Tennessee. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alexander Johnson. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Ball carrier.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
The 16-yard line.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. He can run for it, and he will. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. And Forbath will put this one through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that's going to be incomplete. 2nd down. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Caught here by Bell. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... He's got it! It's a 15! And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 39 yards there, a big one.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Their mobile quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Bears 14. Titans 10. Josh Lambo set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Here's 2nd and 10. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now left side on the swing pass. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Brought down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 19-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multi-tap.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. How about that? Their quarterback on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears will add on to their lead. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Bears 21. Titans
so not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Second and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
They'll take
line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw now on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Bell. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Complete.
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty.
Brings up 2nd down at the 6-yard line.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He may try and run for this. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Now 4th down.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And the third quarter will start with a touchback as that one lands in the end zone. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Adam Thielen. his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is up to 18 now. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Prescott now. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 55, come on. Check 55. Gun. They're scared. Single 47.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chain, tell them get about the way.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now Prescott. And that will be incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yard pickup.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Rolling to his right. Looking for... It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll drop the throw. And this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Travis Kelce hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Well, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, this is Kamara. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Watch 54. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. 3 buzz.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. They'll find Everett there, complete. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Gerald Everett, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. So he's hit Pater twice, but still they're facing that deficit here in the second half.
So they're going to see if they can continue to find ways to get him the football, because obviously something is working for him to find the end zone twice. In any event, however this turns out, he's going to be hard to deal with in the film room, isn't he? He's going to want to know why he's not getting more passes thrown to him.
Those big tight ends are getting greedy.
Their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action. Flushed out right. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Chicago.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, third and 10. And that is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a second and 3.
Gain of 7.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs. Back now in Nashville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
57 the mark. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
Prescott on first down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
A first down throw for Prescott. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. There defensively to make the play, Joejuan Williams.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10. Now Prescott. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. They get 6. That'll leave them with third and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Titans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third and 4.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Not to that. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle.
Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Check curls, check curls. Shit. Here we go, 46.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And Prescott his third. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Preston Smith on the
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure. And
he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. And he's able to get it out of there. And this is a pretty good kick. Here's Hardman to return. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Now Kamara. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. It seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Completes it to Hardman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 24-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Kamara. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
On the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. He's got his man. That's Hardman.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Prescott to throw on fourth. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
57, Mike 57.
To throw is Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as he'll go for it on fourth and goal.
46. Come on. 55, Mike, 55.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and it looks like the Bears are going to win the football game. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 21-yard line.
Working with a 2nd and 3. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. But this is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease. Robbed home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't they?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one isn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on. So for Chicago, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home